The movie I'm going to be looking at is Monster. The main characters of the film were Eileen Torres and Sylvie. They were runaway partners, and I guess you could say they were intimate partners to a degree. Um, we sort of see Eileen stable in the sense that she comes into a bar and pays for a beer. Um, she seems to carry herself normal in public to a degree, um, but I'm not really sure. Um, I guess she wants money and fame and respect, and then she wants to make up for being abandoned when she was younger. She wants to have something that she can take pride in. The dramatic scene that makes them deviant, I think, is the killing her first victim for money. Her mindset is just, I think, motivated to do it again and to keep making money and to live somewhat of a prosperous life. Um, uh, First degree murder, I think, is the crime. Um, and there's an article by Marla Matthews, who spoke on Fit TV, and she talked about that the more losses in that people experience, more triggers, and there were quite a lot where Eileen just sort of had these outbursts for no real reason, um, and it affects the fight and flight part of the brain and leads to panic disorders over things that aren't aren't necessarily important enough to get into panic attacks. And there's plenty of situations in the movie where she will get very defensive, and she'll have very quick outbursts, but then resort back to her stable self. Question 8 is, who are the victims? All the men that were killed for money, and I would think Sylvia were the main people who were victim. They don't really reference the parents of Sylvie too much, but for the purpose of the movie, I think it's just the men that were killed and Sylvia. Um, they depict the victims sort of scared, the ones that know they're going to be killed. Um, some don't know what's happening, and they're very eager to have sex. Um, and some are even motivated to take it upon themselves to kind of control Eileen. Um, Obviously, they weren't deserving for it, though. No one really deserves to die over that. Um, and I think she could stop them herself. Um, this was just motivated by um, wanting to get ahead in life and have money and have something to show other people. Um, I think some emotional disturbances are her grieving a little bit for what she did, um, because it shows her crying when she says goodbye to Sylvie when she goes on the bus, and I think she realizes now that she's going to be lonely again, and that can be stressful. That we notice she doesn't want to be alone. Um, Courses of action. I think um, having a chance to talk to someone at an early age can address the issues that she was having about being abandoned, being kicked out from her brothers, and um, and then fixing the issue slowly. Um, but obviously, she didn't have anyone to look up to. She was all on her own. She started stripping when she was 13, so um, the problems just got worse and worse.